The African Forum for Agricultural Advisory Services, Afaas, is a continental body that brings national agriculture extension and advisory services under one umbrella. With a membership of over 40 African countries, Afaas is a legally established entity in Uganda and endorsed by the African Union Commission. The institution promotes utilization of improved knowledge and innovative technologies by agricultural systems through improving productivity oriented towards their individual and national development objectives. Guided by the fourth pillar of Comprehensive Africa Agricultural Development Program, the Forum has the mandate to implement agricultural advisory services aspects.
Afaas has been running on for quite a while, and it is usually funds which make it reach more people, more countries, and it strengthens the secretariat but also country systems. Each country has what we call country fora, which is multi-sectoral, from government, from public sector, from private sector and so on. So in other words, you will reach a lot of countries. We intend to reach about 24 countries with the resource that we have. It is not about just reaching, it's about what we are going to do and interact with those countries. It's about policy advocacy, policy support, institutional support, knowledge sharing, lesson learning, capacity development, professional growth, advocacy for investment, and of course it will allow us to interact more with global systems. We have the Global Forum for Agricultural Advisory Services now, and other continental system in Latin America and so on, so that we can enrich what we already have at each country level. But it will also allow us to link more closely and work closely with the African Union, but the CADAP system itself. Well, Multi-Dollar Trust Fund has about $6.8 million, but we have other support as well from IFAD and other areas as well. Our strategic plan has a budget of about 17 million.
Afaas empowers farmers with valuable knowledge, with the targets in line with the Comprehensive Africa Agricultural Development Program objective of rising agricultural productivity in Africa to 6% annually. It is expected to help in poverty alleviation and eliminate hunger in Africa.
When you look at the NAD structure, which I presented, one, you have Afaas, you have the global system, which actually is the knowledge and the methodologies, the tools and so on. Then it goes to Afaas, which picks on those experiences, methodologies and so on. It brings it to the national level, and the national level system is composed of extension and advisory services workers. And they pick on those methodologies, tools, systems and so on, capacities and so on, which they apply.
The institution scales up innovations to benefit farmers across Africa. Through resource mobilization, Afaas has built strategic partnerships with International Fund for Agricultural Development, European Union, Global Forum for Rural Advisory Services, and the World Bank, achieving the recent second multi-donor trust fund of 6.8 million euros. The second multi-donor trust fund was established in October 2013 under the World Bank.
This is the second MDTF. The first MDTF was basically used for kick-starting, and this MDTF gives us an opportunity to continue and build on the initial developments that we had. It would mean a continuation of our work in mobilizing, creating a platform and strengthening extension advisory service systems across the continent, while at the same time linking up and being a bridge for other parts of the world, other continents, so that we were able to profile extension in Africa and help to address the sole objective of contributing to the achievement of the goals of CADAP. There is a realization of the need for advisory services, but the functionality, the efficiency and effectiveness of these systems is what would vary. We have always been committed over the last 10 years to strengthening capacities in the countries. We have been interested in facilitating lesson sharing among countries. We have been interested in engaging in policy development. Policy development is a critical gap. We find that most of African countries are either not having policies guiding extension, or if they have, they are not well implemented.
The second multi-donor trust fund officially launched on the 2nd April 2014 at Hotel Africana in Kampala, Uganda. Government officials, donors, the academia, and the media participated.
The most important thing for the fund is institutional development of Afaas, because there are two things about institutions: the form and function. Now, for Afaas, of course, we are talking about function, but also we want to have to strengthen the country flora, specifically to be able to respond to the demands of the country, but also ensure that it becomes very multi-stakeholder inclusive, in a way that most actors in agriculture extension and advisory services are participating in the country forum activities. So the beginning point is the institutional development of Afaas and its structures, both at the secretariat but also at the national level. Most of the funds will definitely go to the national level.
At the launch, the World Bank representative hailed the Afaas Executive Director Dr. Salim Nadi for uplifting agriculture in Africa.
Afaas and Africa is extremely fortunate to have a leader to bring Afaas forward in Salim Nadi, Dr. Salim Nadi. I surprised Salim and some of his colleagues 4 or 5 years ago in a meeting here in Uganda about agriculture extension in Uganda by introducing him as possibly the most influential person in agriculture extension thinking in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I agree with that statement. Now is the time for a big push on agriculture extension. We need to get the ideas right, we need to get investment up, we need to get things moving to invest in successful farming in Africa.
The European Union recognizes the crucial importance of advisory services for the dissemination of new and existing knowledge on technologies and approaches to support the livelihoods and income of smallholder farmers. Therefore, creating synergies both at national and regional levels between the research institution and the advisory services is of the essence. The advisory services will have greater value for the beneficiaries if they impose themselves as the instrument for scaling up and popularization of new technologies and new practices that will improve the agricultural production.
The country focal persons believe that quality advisory services will improve agriculture.
Afaas itself is a continental body, and being a continental body, it implements through the country chapters. So without the country chapters, it cannot get down to the actors who are within a country. So WUFAS in that case, we play the role of reaching the actors, at the national level. In particular, the Uganda Forum is a forum for all the actors who are involved in agriculture extension and advisory services. And these are from the public sector, from the private sector, farm organizations, the academia, the universities and colleges, the media, and any other person, as long as you are involved in disseminating information of any type, of any kind, to the farmers.
We have domesticated the Afaas to the country level. That's why we have NIFAS now, Nigerian Forum for Agricultural Advisory Services. I'm happy that we have launched in Nigeria. We are moving on, unfortunately not as fast as we want, but we've gotten to the level of registering as an agency recognized by government and of course recognized by the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development in Nigeria. So I think we are doing pretty well in Nigeria.
In my country, one thing which is very important is that advisory service exists, but now many actors are coming in without knowing exactly what advisory service is. And I think that this will help to improve the way we discuss with farmers to make them use knowledge from external sources and their own knowledge. Because there is a kind of internal or local knowledge which we do not value as such, and there are external knowledge. And now with advisory service, the way we are working, it helps to bring both together, and this can be useful for our rural area and to improve the economy.
Because they want to see the foundation of Afaas, which is SLIFAS in Sierra Leone, providing advisory services or advising government on policy issues, advocating for farmers, bridging the gap between research and extension, So we want to see Afaas operating like other professional bodies, so that we start to, see people providing advisory services with certificates.
The members also urged their governments to support agriculture extension services in their countries. Uganda's Minister for Agriculture and Animal Industry and Fisheries, Tracy Muchanayandi, appreciated the funding as a timely intervention.
You need well-trained extension workers, Bukaras and the Fisheries Training Institute. And if they can even support Makerere University, the extension wing of Makerere University. So there's a lot of things that can happen. And I've told you that our extension workers these days have greater roles to play than we had to do in the past. In the past, we were contending with crop husbandry. Now we must put in economics, because that's really what the farmer wants. What does it pay for this farmer to grow this instead of this? And what combination of crops can he put together to raise a target? Remember, we have set a target as a country where every household has to raise at least 20 million shillings per year.
I call upon all other players in the extension delivery in countries in Africa to engage with the country forum that we are using as the instrument to reach the grassroots and play a very high role in terms of participation, so that we can drive through the process of strengthening extension systems, reinvigorating them. I hope governments will come in of Africa will come in and see the need to partner with Afaas. I call upon other development partners to join the World Bank, the EU, IFAD, the Swiss development agencies and others to build a good reservoir from which we can be able to harness the benefits of extension in Africa.